Someone told you cardio kills your gains. The other one said lifting makes you look bulky. You're doing a little bit of both, but you're confused. You feel like nothing's working. Sound familiar? Today we were killing the cardio versus strength debate for good. Where it came from, what the research actually says, and how to actually combine both without overthinking it. First, I want to talk about where this cardio kills your gains idea actually came from. Because it didn't come from nowhere, it came from bodybuilding culture. Bodybuilding was built by men, for men, and for a very specific competitive goal: maximizing muscle mass at all cost. In that context, if you're trying to be as physically big as possible, cardio doesn't really fit that goal. But that has nothing to do with you. And it has nothing to do with most women who want to feel strong, feel fast, and move well, and overall become more athletic. But that idea of bodybuilding bled into general fitness, and women absorbed it as the truth. Let's first talk about what strength training actually does. Real strength training, meaning progressive overload with compound lifts, builds muscle, improves your resting metabolic rate, improves bone density, as well as building mental resilience and confidence. And no, it does not make you bulky. Women can build significant strength and muscle mass without gaining size. That fear has kept too many women out of strength training for too long. Now for cardio. I want to be very real. Cardio is not your enemy. Cardio is not a punishment. It is a tool. It trains your heart. It trains your lungs. It trains your endurance. And it makes you more resilient to go for longer and faster. And there is so much research on its benefit for depression and anxiety. The problem was never cardio. The problem is when cardio is your only tool, and when you're grinding down hoping that's gonna make the changes you want. That is not a cardio problem, that is a program problem. Both of these, strength and cardio, make real changes in your body. The answer is not to pick one. The answer is how to be intentional when blending both together. Here is what I think is actually going on. The problem isn't cardio. The problem isn't weights. The problem is this all-in-one mentality. Women who only do cardio often tell me they feel like they're training so hard, but they don't feel stronger. They don't feel athletic. They feel like they are on an endless hamster wheel that is going nowhere. Women who only lift oftentimes have real gaps in their endurance. They get winded faster than they would like. They only feel strong in one environment, but nothing else. And I'm not gonna lie, that was me for the longest time. Both of those approaches, cardio only, strength only, are incomplete without the other. Not because either one is bad, but because as a human, you are designed to do more, and you are fully capable of that. The debate is not the problem. The problem is this either or thinking. You don't have to choose one. You can choose both. Now you may be asking, but how do I train both together? So let's make this simple. First, definitely pick how many days you want to train a week, something that is realistic and consistent for you and your schedule and your life. Here is my suggested framework to start out with. 2 to 3 days of strength training involving progressive overload, so increasing the weight each week and hitting those big compound lifts like squats, deadlifts, push press, pull-ups, and then starting with one cardio session a week. This could be 20 to 30 minutes to start. Now with cardio, if you hate running, don't run. You can get on the bike, you can jump rope, you can get on the rower, you could do a mix of all the cardio options. Overall, the theme is you do not need a perfect schedule. You need something that is consistent for you that you can balance with all of life's demands. The goal isn't to optimize for one thing. The goal is to build a body that works. Stop letting this cardio versus strength debate keep you small. Pick both, train hard, become the athlete you are capable of being. If this hit, drop a comment on your favorite part and let me know where you've been stuck with your training. As always, be sure to subscribe, like this video so you don't miss a beat.